Alrighty. What's up, everyone? My name's Noah. This is gonna be my channel. I don't really have much of an intro or like fancy special effects for a pilot episode, but this is my pilot episode, and no better way to introduce it with who I am. Noah Thompson, normal, regular, degular, and I like to go to the gym. I love anime, and I'm learning about God every day. So, in fact, that's what today's pilot episode is going to be about. Most of the time, hopefully, when I get some of my friends on here to talk about certain things on different podcasts, I can get more into the, fun stuff that a lot of people like to see. But for the most part, what I really enjoy is currently my journey with God. So I wanted to share that with you and kind of captivate that along the way. The more I read about the word, the more I learn about myself and God as a whole. So yeah, that's what this channel is going to be about. So if you're looking to get started on your own, spiritual journey, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, let me know any readings that are pretty interesting to read. I'm going to give a full disclosure too off bat. I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm not going to judge you if you live your life a certain way or if you say certain things. No, because God gave us all free will. At least that's what I can understand, right? Not only that, I do not know the Bible front to back. Never, listen. Never have I had the opportunity to sit down and read any book this big. Like, when we had those reading tests for Harry Potter, I was lying, cheating off everyone else's tests. I just waited for the movies to come out. But yeah, so this is kind of like my getting my feet wet into not only making videos, but also learning about the word. So the one part I did want to start about today, I know it sounds kind of crazy trying to learn about the Bible when you don't know jack about the Bible, but honestly, the Bible is made to be interpreted by everyone. It's made to be learned and understood by everyone in their own way, to learn these lessons and to apply them to your own life, because not everyone has the same life. Not every person throughout these books have the same life or learn the same things from Jesus or God. At least that's my understanding. But anyways, if you want to go to Matthew 25:14, we're going to discuss the parable of talents. Now, this story is a pretty short one, so I like it. But it's basically talking about these three servants with this master, and you're going to hear about how these servants, were there to serve their master, and how their master gave them things and what they came back with. But I'll do my best to give an interpretation of how I took it and how I apply it to my own life and how I've seen it come to fruition. But yeah, here we go. Parable of talents. For it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted them his property. To one he gave 5 talents, or another 2, to another 1, to each according to his ability. So just to break it down real quick, a talent isn't like, oh, he gave, like they had no talents and now, one can do a handstand, the other can do a somersault, and the other one can do, clapping push-ups. No, that's not what they're doing here. The talents back then was relating to money. They were talking about dinero. They were trying to get that bag right. So either way, they go on. Then he went away. So after he gave one 5, he gave another one 2, and he gave another one 1. He who had received 5 talents went at once and traded with them, and he made 5 more. So this man off bat said, I got to make more paper. This man just gave me a stack. I'm about to go make it 2 stacks. But yeah, so he went out of his way and he immediately, zero hesitation, and tried to do that. So let's break that down real quick. God is giving us a talent every day. You don't even realize it is waking up. Having this life that you're given on earth is a talent in its own. So right there, boom, off rip, we could already say we got one talent, one cherishable thing that God has given us, and that is life. So what do you do with it every day? But anyways, then you go on. So then he also had the 2 talents, the one that was given to, he went and made 2 more. But he who had received the 1 talent went and dug in the ground and hid his master's money. I be damned. I don't know who's chopping what outside, but he making use of his talent. I'll say that. All right. And oh yeah, I forgot a tree fell down. They're cutting that thing down. All right. But anyways, now after a long time, the masters of those servants came and settled the accounts with them. And he who had received 5 talents came forward, bringing 5 more talents, saying, Master, you delivered me 5 talents. Here, I made 5 more. So now he's got 10. It's a lot. It's easy math. I can keep up with this math. All right. His master said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. And the same thing happens with the second servant who only was given 2 and gave him back 2 more. The whole time, master's like, come, not only did you, do good for me and yourself, but I want you to enjoy my happiness as a master. Pretty big, in my opinion. Like, how many times was you ever see stories back in, ancient times when everyone was servants, and then they're like, oh, I'm going to give you things. And not only am I going to give you things, after I give them to you and you bring back more, we're all just going to have a party. Like, that's pretty awesome to me. And then, so he finally goes to the last one later on. Ready? His master said to him, well done. Oh, this was for the one that he gave 2. I'm sorry. He also received the 1 talent, came forward saying, Master, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you did not sow and gathering where you scattered no seed. So I was afraid, and I went and hid your talent in the ground. Here, you have what is yours. Giving him back the 1, like he don't already had that. Like, thanks for giving me back what you are. What? Anyways, but his master answered him, you wicked and slothful servant. You knew that I reap where I have not sown and gather where I scattered no seed. Then you ought to have invested my money, at least with the bankers. At least with the bankers. And at my coming, I should have received what was my own with interest. What we're really talking about here? What we're really talking about? Does he really care about these talents? No. That's nothing to do with the money. That's nothing to do with the actual gifts you are received. It's just, what are you doing with those gifts? Are you taking this life that you wake up with every day and just sit in bed and doom scroll and don't really care what you gotta get going, gotta get done? No, it's more than that. It's way more. You gotta take what is given to you every day and do your best to make more of it. Or at least put a foot in the door. When he's talking about going invest with the bankers, God ain't expecting you, if you find $5, you better go put it in the bank. No, nothing like that. What are you doing to pay it forward? What are you doing to make the next time he sees you better than the first time he saw you? So, take the talent. So he took the talent from him and gave it to him who has the 10 talents. For to everyone who has will more be given, and he will have an abundance. But from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. And cast a worthless servant into the outer darkness. In that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. There you go. I don't even know what else. That right there is one of the greatest short parables, whatever I've ever read, poem, whatever. You had to read a haiku in college or high school, whatever. Doesn't matter. That right there, there's so much that can be said there. How much is given to you every day? How much are you paying forward, paying back? How much are you actually putting forth and putting forward? Because he doesn't really say how long he was gone for, but he just comes back, right? There's no time frame. There's no, you have to get this done. He just here's your talents. Go do what you will with them. I'll be back in a while. We'll see where you guys get. It's kind of what God's doing. Every day he gives you a little slice of life, and he's going to see what you do with it. And it's up to you if you're going to take it and run with it, if you're going to take it and multiply it, or if you're just going to hold it, if you're just going to stay in bed and not really care and let things go on, or just not change. You have the same wrong things happening all the time, and then somebody, think about it, he was a servant. These people were servants. They didn't have nothing. And then master came by and said, here you go. Here's something that'll change your life. What you gonna do with it? So kind of the same thing. So that's all I really got to say for that. I don't know how much more I'm able to say. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if even there's a cap on how much I can post on YouTube, but Anyways, thanks for stopping by today. Like I said, this is gonna be my channel most of the time when I'm on here by myself, unless I get other topics to really talk about. It's gonna be about the word, and it's gonna be about my own journey with it. Hopefully, I can get my buddies on here. We can talk about fitness, anime, all the fun stuff. But yeah, my name's Noah Thompson. Thanks for stopping by, and God bless.